We have just me tonight. Going to do a little episode, tiny short one, about our picks of the week for comic books. This week, Hunter's out for a little bit. He has some things to deal with, and so we're going to get him back here shortly. A busy man at the moment, but we'll have him back here shortly on the show, and we'll continue to, go forward, do those sort of things. One of the other things I want to talk about is you can get a hold of Todd Sulford down at Comics Plus in Richmond, Kentucky. They have the con that they're going to be doing coming up November 11th and 12th. Um, it's going to be at EKU in I know the Flyers will say the Alumni Coliseum, but it's going to be in a better little area, the Rec Center, which is a newer building and has a larger area to gather at and what have you. But yeah, I want to show a little flyer for it so you guys know you can contact them and get tickets. The prices are real reasonable. Um, there you go. Richmond Comic and Toy Show, November 11th and 12th. Saturday and Sunday show. One day will cost you $15. Weekend uh, ticket will cost you $25. That's fairly inexpensive. Got some big names on there right now. Got Tony Moore just announced. If you're not familiar with Tony, I suggest you look up Colonel Tony Moore on Instagram. He's done some, fantastic artwork through the years. Walking Dead, um, some other Marvel stuff, um, that sort of thing. So just check him out. Uh, Very nice guy to talk to. Highly recommend it if you get to go meet him. Uh, Local person basically, um, around the area. So another Kentucky guy that's coming back home to pay his dues, so to speak. It's a very very awesome thing when somebody local makes it and then comes back to kind of share the wealth with the local comic book community and so on. So that's a pretty cool thing to have going on. So it, I kind of got a little small list of books that I'm going to talk about. Um, One of the first ones is the Adams family. They're doing a series of one shots on each member of the Adams family. The first one is, I guess, going to be about Wednesday. So the body issue, that's what it's called. Um, it's hard to see, I know, because of the light. So let's see if I can turn that off a little bit, maybe get a little less glare. Still kind of not very good. But yeah, Wednesday Adams um, issue. There it is. That's a little better. So first time I try to use this technique for this, so we'll see how it goes, guys. Adams Family, um, the body issue. So get that book if you can. That's one of our picks. Of course, we're gonna have the Amazing Spider-Man 300 facsimile editions coming out this week. Um, that's basically, if you're not familiar with 300, it's one of the most iconic comic book covers ever, done by the incomparable Todd McFarlane. Arguably the first appearance of Venom. So definitely first full appearance of. But yeah, it's hard to tell with the camera. But uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little, have to get a little better setup for that. That's the iconic image, if you can. Um, that book's pretty cool. Again, uh, next one I'm gonna go over is the the Beast of Bower Boulevard. That's kind of a cool book. Um, that's that guy right there. So pretty cool kind of book. Uh, it's basically based on kind of like a Godzilla type mythology, but it's like an American derived version of it. So, fearing a massive avalanche occurring, a deputy is sent to investigate a secluded ski town, only to find the resort is under assault by a mechanized, militarized robotic dinosaur. So, if you're into Godzilla and monster books and stuff like that, then there you go. That's what you're going to want to see. That's going to be a good one for you guys. Uh, but that's one of our picks there. Kind of a cool one that's coming up is from a small press called Antarctic Press. They're making some books here. This one's called Mary Machine Gun. I know it's going to be hard to see again because of the light. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Get a better view of it here if I can. Kind of get a little. No, it's hard to see. It's not very good with this camera. Yeah, Mary Machine Gun. Gonna have to work on that. But yeah, so got our Mary Machine Gun. Kind of the deal about it is kind of has a Kentucky connection. So in this new addition to Antarctic Press Superverse, a Templar agent named Mary Machine Gun is sent to Kentucky to eradicate a pack of werewolves. So again, if you're into horror books and stuff like that, you're gonna see these books out here uh, coming out closer to Halloween. You're gonna start seeing more of those books. But kind of cool that has the Kentucky connection there. Kentucky's getting some love lately as background scenery for various different kind of comic book stories and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, that's kind of my picks for the week. Um, we're hoping to get some things done here shortly where we're uh, working with. Right now, we're actually working to get some guests on the show. We got some lined up. We'll announce those here shortly. We have one of them will be Christopher Darren, the owner, head creator, and all of Retro Grappler. So we'll have a tie-in with our martial arts community. Also, Chris has been making some really cool um, comic book and pop culture derived artwork on rash guards and stuff for jiu-jitsu for some time now. Super excited to get him on there. He sponsors my wife for her fights and things. Sponsors young Natalie at the gym that I go to um, as well. Very awesome individual. Super happy to have him as a friend and have him on the show here shortly. We'll have marvelous Marcus Johnson, pro wrestler. We're gonna get him on here. Local pro wrestler, held a couple of titles in the area. Really awesome individual. So getting him on the show will be great. Um, yeah, finally get our V for Vendetta out there on the down for recorded our episode for V for Vendetta that everybody's been wanting to hear our take on. I've been asked quite a bit about that since the poll that we did, in which it won, you know, handedly over several others. But we will do those others as well. The Crow was fairly popular as well in that, understandably so, with the history behind it and the movies and stuff like that. That one's going to be a pretty good episode when we finally actually get to do that one. So yeah, we're just you know trying to keep everybody updated on what we're doing. Hopefully, we got some better audio now. Got a little better setup and things like that. Just trying to grind that stuff out. It's not the easiest thing in the world to start this stuff. So we were just recently on the Kelly Patrick show as well. Check out our episode on that. We should have some of our new episodes recorded here shortly once we get back together on that stuff. Again, I picked Hunter because to be my partner in this because of his knowledge base and stuff like that, and I think we do well together as far as that goes. Play off each other pretty well. So doing it by yourself is a little more difficult. But yeah, definitely hope you guys pick up some of those comic books at your local comic book shop, wherever that may be. Again, in Richmond on Big Hill Avenue, Comics Plus, owned by Todd Sulford. That's where we go. If you're in the Richmond area, I highly recommend it. If you're in Lexington, there's several other options you can do. So uh, go over there, support your local comic shops, uh, keep them open, um, buy those comic books. Hopefully, you guys will find something that you really like. I know Comics Plus has a ton of back issues right now. Dollar bin boxes they're putting out more and more every day. So go check those out. There's some gold in those boxes for some old stories that you may have missed out on when you were a kid. Maybe you were a little too young for that particular genre or something. So go check those out. I'm sure Todd will be happy to sell you some cool comics. Um, yep, definitely go check those out. But this has been the kind of the weekly preview episode for Comics Plus. You know, what to go get and stuff like that. This is our weekly preview episode for us.